Hi, Pascella, how are you?
Well, I'm fine.
Good.
Even with Corona, I'm fine.
Yes. So, first of all, I think that it's very exciting. So, tell us where are you right now?
Well, I'm Dutch, so I'm living nearby Amsterdam, probably known by everybody. At my place, it's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So for me, it's almost weekend. Yeah, I'm living in the Netherlands. So
Oh, perfect. Right.
yeah.
So we're very excited to speak. We had a few weeks ago. We have an architect from Paris, and so we spoke about the design differences between Europe and actually he worked on Australia and the U.S. So one of the things I want to talk about. So first of all, here's what I would like to do. I would like to first of all our followers on Instagram and other ways. I would love them to know a little bit about the company, about what you do in the company, what's specialized, how do you guys work. It's always that conversation because I think your product is quite amazing and we would love people to get educated a little bit about it. But because it's an Instagram live, it's casual and we want to hear more about the people behind the product, just not just the product. So let's start with the company. If you can tell us a little bit about the company, how long you've been in business, what do you guys do, anything.
Yes. Well, okay. Well, we are our company is in the city called Zeewolde, and Zeewolde is nearby Amsterdam, about 20 kilometers from Amsterdam. What we are doing is we have our group name is King Group Nonwovens. So we are specialized in nonwovens. So we don't make them by ourselves, but we are buying them and try to make a very nice product of it. So we are selling it in different kinds of sectors. And I'm really very busy selling the nonwovens as a weed control. And also we have our products as root guidance products.
So you're saying there's two. So for me to understand it, and we're gonna for you it's everyday life. For us, it's not. So you're saying you have two products, right? One is weed control, right? So let's stop there. So what's weed control?
Well, weed control is we are the exclusive supplier of DuPont in Europe. So we are allowed to sell their weed control products, the cloth, they call it the Plantix cloth, for example. It would and we are allowed to sell it in Holland, in Germany, in Switzerland, and Austria. And what we are doing is with our weed control, we are trying to prevent the garden of wheat, of course.
So is that a chemical you're selling, or is that
No, it's
something
a
else?
non-woven. It's a
Oh,
cloth. It's a
oh,
wheat
gotcha. The
control.
cloth.
Yeah,
I got.
exactly. And it's very big, and we are very big in Germany. But we are so what I told you already. We are exclusive supplier of only in these four countries.
Mhm.
And in the United States, I want to more sell our root guidance products
Yeah,
because
great. So just understand, is the reason people use you is because of environmental reasons, because it's easier? What makes people use your cloth system versus just spraying it with chemicals?
well, you say it already, spraying with chemicals.
I got you.
In Europe, you're not allowed anymore in many countries to prevent the wheat with chemicals.
Oh, great.
So,
Wow.
yeah, so you're not allowed anymore. So what we are doing with our non-wovens, and have a guarantee on our non-wovens of 25 years. You put it on the, hey, you cover the ground with it, so you prevent the weeds growing through the cloth. But normally, weeds is coming from the air. It's not coming from also from the ground, of course, but it's foremost also from the air. And with our weed control products, we prevent also weed. So we don't do anything with chemicals because
I
we are
got
not
you.
allowed. So we
I
are
see.
trying to have a green environment as well.
Yeah. And what's the product you are now selling? We were very happy and honored to have you as a master, as kind of like your gate to the U.S. And as you know we're growing fast, but you're one of the first companies that said yes, let's take a risk, let's join a mass. So what's your focus on the product you want to sell in the U.S. or you're selling in the U.S.?
Yeah, well, our focus will be the root guidance and the root control products. It's called our root barriers. And the root guidance products. It's called the roll rip, the root barrier roll rip. It's a very well in Europe a very well-known product. So we are very I don't want to say very big, but what you say it's we try to make
we can see you're not American because you don't feel comfortable bragging about yourself. But we want to brag it. It's actually good, and we're very happy that you're big and now you want to bring your product to. Yeah.
I'm Dutch. I know the American. I have a sister living in America, so I know America. I like the American dream, so I like to think big. So that's why I'm trying to put my products into United States, of course.
That's great. So what's a root guidance? Like, is that the word you use? Explain to me, because I really don't know anything about it. I know that in my yard the weeds drive me crazy, but that's the most amount of understanding I have. So tell me about the product you're actually selling. What it physically does? Who installs it? What is the impact on it? And anything like that?
Yes. Well, you have to. If people really are interested, they have to visit our website because that's the problem now with COVID. Normally, we show our product because you have to feel it, you have to see it, you have to understand it, what the products is look like and what it prevent. But what it prevent the root guidance product is the root pressure of the trees against the pavement, against the infrastructure underground, the bicycle roads, etc., the surface, all the streets. And I don't know, in Europe, we have a lot of, in Holland, there are a lot of bicycles.
You're famous roads for that, yeah. But I can tell you as someone who I love cycling. Cycling is my sport. I cycle a lot. And there's a section, you absolutely, in Manhattan when I cycle, that after the last big storm, the roots elevated themselves and it's impossible to ride it because the roots pushes the asphalt further up. So that's what you're talking about, right?
Yes, exactly. And so it's a product, it's on roll, but you have also panels. It's made of HDPE of 1.5 millimeters. And you put them vertical into the ground. And if the road is less than 2 meters of the tree, then you have to put the root guidance products. If it's more than 2 meters from the road and the tree, then you have to put the root control products. A root control product is a flat, it's it's not easy for me to speak English because I speak a lot of German through the day.
Yeah, but my German is not good enough, so let's stick with English. And we're completely okay with
Dutch.
you. Yeah.
Maybe we can try it in Dutch.
So we'll stick with it. And the benefit of this session today that we'll edit it, so you have nothing to worry about. But
it's a flat surface screen. So the root screen, the root barrier screen is flat. And,
I got you.
And if
it's going to be. So there's two components to the control of the weed. So you don't damage the tree, but then one is horizontal where you block it from going closer to the roads, if I understand correctly, and the other one is like guiding the way it grows so it doesn't impact. Okay. And so what would you say is your typical client or perfect client in the US? Is it homeowners? Is it cities that need to use it for roads? What's the client?
Well, cities, because our products prevent the root guidance damage to the street. So cities, yeah, you see more and more green into the cities, green cities. I mean, I see it in New
Yes.
York as well. There was a
Yep.
metro road is completely changed into a big park. You see it here in Europe as well. You see vertical gardens. So cities are our main customers, architects, constructors, everybody who are doing in the gray sector. Yeah, we call it in Europe, you have the green sector, it's the weed control. You have the gray sector, that's the infrastructure. So everything what's comparing with the infrastructure, with streets, with buildings, underneath the ground, cables, etc., to protect them against the root of
Again,
root
roots. Yeah,
control.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
so that's our group who we are selling our products
Yeah.
at.
So if the typical person who's joining a mast is generally a contractor, either a
Yes,
subcontractor or contractor. Do you
or an
see?
architect who
Yes,
is
or architect.
specifying into the specification, and a road should be protected against trees, because it's not only protecting the road, it's also protecting the tree. What we are doing with our product. It's recyclable as well, because sustainability is also a very big issue everywhere where you come. Everybody's talking about sustainability. So our product is, of course, you put it into the ground, but you can, after 20, 30 years, you can get it out and you can recycle it again and you can make it a new product.
Oh, great! Wow.
What you want to do with it. I mean,
Yeah. So you experience in Europe and you bringing it to the U.S. A solution that is not expensive to control the roots and the weed of. So it can be either for builders of homes if they're close to very large trees, right? It can be
yes,
for architect to put in the spec if they're aware that they'll be planting trees there. Eventually, those trees will damage their houses around them,
yeah,
and
yeah.
municipalities and cities, etc., who will use the system for the public transportation. Is that correct?
And landscapers as well. I mean, even
Mm.
landscapers. I mean, we see here in Europe, landscapers are making a very nice garden just for the customers like you and me,
Yeah.
homeowners. So even they can use our products.
Oh, very cool.
That's a small piece. I mean, the bigger one, the constructors, architect, they're very interested in our products.
That's very good. So, by the way, I don't know, actually, now when I know more, so one of the fastest growing sections in our catalog is the eco-friendly section, because it's a fundamental laws that were changed both in New York and in California, but we believe it's going to go across the country slowly and surely, especially with the new administration coming in. Uh, so, uh, so it'll be interesting to add your product also to another section of the catalog and present more as what you call gray field, gray area.
Yeah.
Gray area means something very different in the U.S. Here, but this is a completely green commitment,
Yeah.
but it's not a direct relation. That's really perfect. Excellent. So that's fascinating. I do want to hear a little about your company. I want
Yeah.
to hear about how many people work there, what's important, what kind of people you employ, where do you make your material. Tell us a little bit kind of behind the scene,
Yes.
behind the curtain. What's happening behind the curtain?
Ooh, well, we are Dutch, of course. No,
Yeah.
but well, our company started in 2000 and was established by two men. They started the company together. They called Jan van Leeuwen and Bart van der Hart. And this year we had our 20 years anniversary. So luckily we had a party at the beginning of the year.
Oh, before
So
COVID. Yeah. Not
before
not a
COVID,
Zoom party, but a real party. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, a
Yeah.
real party. So we that really had a good party. Um, but they started the company 20 years ago, and they expanded to a different kind of business units, let us say like that. And in 2004, King Roet Berrier started the company, established. because they saw that there are so many different kinds of sectors in nonwovens. That what we are doing is we are most of the time what we're doing, and that's the business unit King Nonwovens. They are selling many different kind of nonwovens for the Messia, for the construction as well, also for weed control, but also for the roof. Um, uh, all kind of issues, all kind of problems. If a customer calls and he said, "Listen, I have a problem. We are looking what kind of nonwovens can we deliver." So that's the business unit King Nonwovens. Then we have King Sports. And King Sports is mostly busy with selling tapes for artificial grass.
Mm-hmm.
So we are very known in America as well with King Sports.
Oh, wow.
And all through Europe as well, Australia. Then we have King Rootberrier. Well, that's what I'm leading. I'm the director of King Rootberrier. And what we are now, I just told you about weed control, guidance for everything what's concerning weed control and concerning roots. We are trying to sell it through Europe. And now we are starting, we want to enter the market in the States. But we are also busy in Australia, for example. So we are trying all through Europe, selling our products. And then we have a company, King Converting. So what we are doing is we are making our own. Well, we don't make the nonwovens, but we put them on rolls. So we have our own production and make different kinds of rolls with different kinds of measurements and different kinds of length, etc.
How many people work in the company?
Well, to come in our production, in total, we are working with about 65 people. And it's about say the 50% is production and 50% is in the office.
And was the production open through COVID, or do you have to shut down?
Yeah. No. What we are doing is we worked all the way through, and well, we are luckily in a business where the nonwovens continue through the COVID as well. So we don't have any problems. We don't have any decreases of our turnover, etc. It's going very well because
that's very important.
The nicest thing of my business unit is everybody in COVID, during COVID, everybody was going into the garden, you have to stick at home, you can go out. So what are you going to do? You stay at home and then you go into the garden outside, and well, that's very nice. So
there's a huge increase of home projects and gardening in the US since COVID started, because people are home and they're bored. Or they need to get out, and suddenly they look at the backyard. They don't sit in car waiting in traffic all day long. So they say, I got to redo my garden. So actually we see the data on a mass, so there's a huge need for gardening projects, for home improvement. So that leads me to one more question. To install your system, does the installer, the contractor, or the gardener, do they need special training, or anyone can learn how to do it without?
No, everybody can learn it, can do it, because what we have, that's why I said to you as well, everybody has to visit our website, because what we did, for every product what we are deliver, we have our own installation guide. So
okay, good. So by the way, we're going to link the video to your website and to the videos, so people can actually, if some people watching it and they want to learn more about it, I think it'll be a great way to connect them directly with the videos.
Yes. Well, we don't have, that's what we are going to do next year, because our strategy, because of COVID, have to be changed a little bit, because normally we visit every customer, of course. And with COVID, we are not allowed at this moment. So hopefully next year we have our vaccine, like America, probably, and we can go out again as normal. But that's why we are trying to put more videos on our website to introduce every product, to make it easier. But it's not so that's what we are trying to do with our products. We are trying to make it very easy for the customer or for the constructor, because it's the most important thing is to install it correctly. So that's what what we done is to put a really very easy installation guide on our website, so that everybody knows how to install it correctly. And for namely, and for our root guidance products, like our roll rip, it's a very easy product to install. So we developed it even to make the installation even easier for the constructor or the landscaper or everybody who has to.
Oh, that's very exciting. That's really exciting. So, perfect. So first of all, thank you. We hope that, and we're working on, as a mass grows beyond just right now what we're selling, kind of the basic product of that people are going more and more to a mass. We have, fast growing. We're in 5 states right now. So hopefully, and that looks like we're going to keep on growing and expose you. So we might be one of the companies that really help you take ground in the U.S. and eliminate any chemical usage, and saving money by not long-term damage to the buildings and to the infrastructure from roots and trees roots. And we are very, very thrilled to have you. So pretty much that's it. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Tell the team happy holidays from us in the US. From the
I thought
team.
you have Black Friday now. I believe so.
Yes, but generally Black Friday is the people standing in line at 5 a.m. in the morning for a TV for $100. Not happening this year. So we are exactly.
So we're not going out shopping and do all the kind of.
Exactly. We no shopping this year,
no
but we're happy about it. So again, thank you so Pascella, for being with us, and we're going to go live a week from today.
Yes.
And we'll keep you posted, and Brianna is going to send you some of the sections and segment of how we're using it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Brianna.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
too.
Pascella.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.